ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, let me welcome you most cordially in this building of the Hungarian Academy of Sciences, which has just celebrated its 150th anniversary, the building. This building has been witness to the terrible and turbulent years of the 20th century. It has been witness to revolutions, world wars, political turmoil, people being persecuted for their religion, for their nationality, for their ethnicity, and all other terrible things that happened in the world during the 20th century. And unfortunately, Eastern Europe is not in the least line for when we try to see what which countries suffered during those terrible years. So it is a particular pleasure for me that this same building is now witness to this particular conference. The conference whose motto is Remembrance and Solidarity, which is, I think, the only way to go ahead and the only way that might provide a better future for Hungary, for Europe, and for the whole world. Human memories are a goldmine for historians. One of the most beautiful but probably most difficult tasks for a historian is to utilize the morsels of memories and personal histories of individuals which may have been concealed for many years and maybe even for many decades, often saturated by pain, and to divulge from these by applying their specific scientific methodology the most objective historical material possible. Besides personal memories, the 20th century also, of course, offers an abundance of other resources of information, which makes the historian's work perhaps easier. At the same time, however, these events are still too recent. The lack of historical perspective may complicate objective analysis. After all, a historian is also a product of a given age. Historians may be able to approach their subject without bias and rage, but definitely not lacking emotions completely. The uncovered past may be evaluated in different ways by even the most outstanding historians of a specific era. During the past decades, many professional disputes have taken place regarding the events of our recent past. Many of those have been taken place in this very room. Passionate polemics that have not been settled to this day. However, these debates, which often cross country borders and political division lines, are prerequisites for a mutual consent, or at least an agreement to disagree within historical science. To establish a professional canon, essential for the present generations to have lived in hostility for centuries, to form opinions of the past based on historical science instead of false myths and historical misconceptions. This, of course, requires authentic, comprehensible, and exciting scientific papers and monographs. It also requires works of art depicting the past sensitively and from various aspects. It requires museums that meet current requirements and evoke the interest of the youth. But above all, it requires discussions like the present one, conferences that provide a platform for reporting results and promoting understanding of different standpoints. Based on these thoughts, the Hungarian Academy of Sciences is very glad to host this event, and I wish all participants success in best revealing the past for the sake of our mutual future. Thank you for your kind attention.